Welcome to the European Association for Higher Education and Advancement's YouTube and podcast channel. Today, we're going to tackle something that can really make or break your university experience.
For sure.
And that is study skills.
It's huge.
We're diving deep into an article from the EAHEA website.
Okay.
It's called The Importance of Study Skills for University Students.
I love it.
And you guys are investing a lot in your education, so
Absolutely.
let's make sure you get the absolute most out of it.
It's not just about scraping by. It's about thriving, This deep dive is all about equipping you with the tools to not just survive university,
Right.
but to actually, enjoy the process and really retain what you learn.
Yes. And the article highlights 5 essential study skills.
Okay.
And the first one is a classic.
Let's hear it.
Time management.
Of course.
Time management.
It's a foundation.
It is.
Everything. Absolutely. Think about all the things you're juggling, right? You've got classes assignments, maybe a part-time job, social life, and hopefully some sleep in there.
Hopefully some sleep.
Effective time management is about intentionally designing your days so that you can fit it all in without burning out.
Yeah. So it's not just about creating a to-do list.
Yeah.
It's about strategically using different techniques.
Exactly. The article mentions creating a schedule, but let's take it a step further.
Okay.
Have you ever tried time blocking?
Time blocking.
It's where you allocate specific blocks of time for different tasks, like studying, working, or even relaxing.
Okay.
This helps you visualize your day and ensures you're dedicating enough time to each area.
That's a great tip. I've also heard of the Pomodoro technique.
Oh, yeah.
Where you work in focus bursts with short breaks in between. It can be really helpful for staying on track and avoiding burnout.
There you go. Finding what works for you is key.
Yeah.
The article also emphasizes prioritizing tasks.
Okay.
Not everything is equally urgent or important. Using tools like the Eisenhower matrix, where you categorize tasks by urgency and importance, can help you focus on what truly matters.
I love that. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of maximizing your time, let's move on to another crucial skill. Note-taking.
Oh, yes. Note-taking is more than just scribbling down everything you hear in a lecture.
Right.
It's about actively processing information and transforming it into a format that makes sense for you.
So are we talking about finding the perfect note-taking method?
Not necessarily. The article encourages you to explore different approaches and see what clicks.
Okay.
Some people love the structured format of the Cornell note system,
Okay.
which divides your page into sections for cues, notes, and summaries. Others prefer the visual approach of mind mapping, where you create diagrams to connect ideas.
I'm a big fan of digital note-taking apps.
Oh, nice.
They let me organize my notes, color code them, and even record audio alongside my typed notes.
That's awesome.
It's a game changer for staying organized and reviewing material later.
And that highlights an important point.
Okay.
Organization and review are just as crucial as the initial note-taking.
Gotcha.
Regularly reviewing your notes helps solidify the information in your memory. It's like building a mental library you can easily access come exam time.
Okay, we've covered time management and note-taking. Now let's tackle a challenge many students face.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Deciphering those dense academic texts. I'm talking about reading comprehension.
Right. It's not just about passively reading the words.
Right.
It's about actively engaging with the material and extracting meaning. The article mentions previewing material before you dive in, but let's unpack that further.
Okay, skimming the headings, subheadings.
Yes.
And any visuals to get a sense of the overall structure.
Exactly. This gives you a mental roadmap and helps you anticipate the key points.
Okay.
As you read, try techniques like SQ3R,
SQ3R.
survey question, reader cite, and review.
Wow.
This active approach encourages you to ask questions, summarize sections, and test your understanding as you go.
That's a lot more engaging than just highlighting everything.
Yeah.
I've also dabbled in speed reading techniques,
Okay.
which can be helpful for getting through large volumes of text more efficiently.
The article highlights the importance of active reading techniques like highlighting and note-taking in the margins.
Yeah.
But remember, it's about finding what works best for you. Experiment with different approaches and see what helps you retain information most effectively.
And it's a skill that goes beyond academics, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about reading news articles, analyzing reports, or even just understanding that complex EAHEA instruction manual.
Oh, yeah.
Improving your reading comprehension skills empowers you to learn and grow in all aspects of life.
Now, let's face it, one of the biggest hurdles in university is exams.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's where test-taking strategies come in.
Yes. It's not just about knowing the material.
Right.
It's about knowing how to perform under pressure and showcase your knowledge effectively.
So are there any like secret tricks for essing those exams?
No magic tricks, but definitely smart strategies.
Okay.
The article stresses understanding the test format.
Okay.
Is it multiple choice, essay questions, problem solving? Each format requires a different approach.
Makes sense.
Familiarize yourself with the structure and types of questions you can expect.
Right, so you're not caught off guard on exam day.
Exactly. And of course, thorough review is essential.
Mm-hmm.
But don't just passively reread your notes. Practice applying the concepts through practice tests, sample problems, or even explaining the material to someone else. This active recall helps solidify your understanding and identify any weak areas.
Speaking of practice, managing your time during the exam is crucial. I remember this one time I was taking an exam and I panicked because I spent too long on one question.
Oh, no.
And didn't have enough time to finish the rest.
That's a common trap.
Yeah.
Before you start, quickly scan the entire exam and plan how much time you'll allocate to each section.
Okay.
Pacing yourself prevents you from getting bogged down and ensures you can attempt all the questions.
And don't forget the mental game.
Oh, yeah, the mental game is huge.
Deep breaths, positive self-talk, and visualizing success can help you stay calm and focused under pressure.
Exactly. Remember, exams are designed to assess your understanding, not to trick you.
Right?
Go in with a positive mindset, trust your preparation, and do your best.
So far, we've covered time management, note-taking, reading comprehension, and test-taking strategies.
Those are big ones.
But there's one final skill the article emphasizes.
Okay.
And honestly, I think it's the most important of all.
I'm intrigued.
Critical thinking.
I completely agree. Critical thinking is the foundation of true learning.
Yes.
It's about moving beyond memorization and engaging with information on a deeper level.
So what does critical thinking actually look like in a university setting?
It's about questioning assumptions and not taking everything you read or hear at face value. Analyze arguments, identify biases, and evaluate the evidence presented. Don't be afraid to ask questions and form your own informed conclusions.
So it's about thinking for yourself, basically.
Exactly, and this skill extends far beyond the classroom. It helps you navigate the world, make informed decisions, and effectively evaluate the constant flow of information we're bombarded with daily.
It's like a superpower for cutting through the noise and forming your own opinions.
Absolutely. And the more you practice it, the sharper your critical thinking skills become.
It's a journey.
It is. It's a journey of continuous learning and refining your thinking process. And remember, it's okay to disagree with others as long as you can articulate your reasoning and support it with evidence.
We've explored 5 essential study skills that can make a huge difference in your university experience. Time management, note-taking, reading, comprehension, test-taking strategies, and critical thinking.
All crucial.
These are valuable tools that will serve you well throughout your academic journey and beyond.
Couldn't agree more.
Remember, learning is a lifelong process, and honing these skills empowers you to be a more effective learner, thinker, and problem solver in all aspects of life.
Absolutely. It's not just about the classroom, it's about life.
Exactly. And it's about thriving.
Thriving, yes. And while we're on this topic of empowering students,
Yeah.
it's worth highlighting the European Association for Higher Education Advancement,
Absolutely.
the source of our deep dive today.
Yes.
They play such a crucial role in supporting both students and institutions on their educational journeys.
Absolutely. We've been focusing on, these fantastic study skills from their article, but EAHEA does so much more.
Oh.
They're all about promoting quality higher education, fostering innovation, and creating opportunities for collaboration across Europe and beyond.
What's fascinating to me is that EAHEA takes this holistic approach to education.
Right.
They offer accreditation to universities and institutions,
Okay.
ensuring they meet high standards of quality, and they also provide professional certification to individuals recognizing their skills and expertise.
So it's like a seal of approval
Total.
that says, hey, this institution or individual is top-notch.
Exactly.
That kind of recognition can really open doors for students and professionals alike.
It certainly can. And connecting this back to the idea of study skills, it's clear that EAA is invested in equipping individuals with the tools they need to succeed.
Yeah.
Whether it's through promoting effective teaching methods or supporting students in developing essential skills, they're playing a vital role in shaping the future of higher education.
We've talked about the incredible work that EA does, and we've delved into these 5 essential study skills.
Yes.
But before we wrap up, I'm curious.
Okay.
What stands out to you as the most valuable takeaway from this deep dive?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think for me, it's the interconnectedness of these skills.
Oh, interesting.
Time management fuels effective note-taking, which in turn supports reading comprehension. Reading comprehension sharpens critical thinking, which then informs everything from test-taking strategies to making informed decisions in life.
Right.
They work together to create a powerful foundation for learning and success.
It's like they build on each other,
Yeah.
creating this like virtuous cycle. And I love that the article emphasizes that developing these skills is a journey.
For sure.
It's not about being perfect overnight,
Right.
but about continuous learning practice and self-reflection.
Precisely. And that message resonates with the core values of EACE as well.
Right.
Lifelong learning, continuous improvement, and supporting individuals in reaching their full potential.
I love that. Speaking of reaching your potential,
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to hear from you, dear listener.
Yes.
Which of these 5 study skills do you feel most confident in?
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you want to focus on developing first?
That's a great question for all of our listeners out there.
And while you're thinking about that, we encourage you to check out the full EAHEA article on their website.
It's a great resource.
It's packed with even more insights and tips on mastering these essential study skills.
And if you want to stay connected to the latest news research and resources from the world of higher education,
Yeah.
be sure to follow the European Association for Higher Education Advancement on YouTube and social media.
They're a fantastic source of information and inspiration for students, educators, and anyone passionate about the transformative power of education.
Totally agree.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of study skills.
It's been a pleasure.
It's so inspiring to think about how these like seemingly simple study skills
Right.
can have such a profound impact on our lives.
It's not just about acing exams or getting good grades.
Right.
It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning and growth.
Exactly. These skills equip us to be more effective learners, thinkers, and problem solvers,
Mm-hmm.
not just in academia, but in every aspect of life.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Think about how you can apply these study skills beyond your textbooks and classrooms. How can you use them to pursue your passions, explore new interests, or even just navigate the complexities of everyday life?
That's such a great point. We often compartmentalize these skills as purely academic,
Right.
but they're truly valuable life skills.
Right. Imagine applying the principles of time management to your personal goals, or using active reading techniques to truly engage with a book you're reading for pleasure.
Or using critical thinking skills to evaluate information you encounter online or in conversations.
Exactly. These skills empower us to be more informed, engaged, and discerning individuals. So, dear listener, as you continue your learning journey, remember that the skills you develop in the pursuit of knowledge can enrich every aspect of your life.
What a fantastic note to end on. So to recap, we've explored 5 essential study skills: time management, note-taking, reading, comprehension, test-taking strategies, and critical thinking.
We covered a lot.
We've highlighted the incredible work of the European Association for Higher Education Advancement in supporting students and institutions.
Absolutely. They're doing great work.
And most importantly, we've encouraged you to embrace the journey of lifelong learning, applying these skills to not just your academic pursuits, but to your personal growth and development as well.
Please don't forget to follow the European Association for Higher Education Advancement on YouTube and social media.